Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Simply Mine. I'm going to talk about 4 things to consider if you're thinking about going natural or you're newly natural, and I hope this helps someone. When I went natural, it was the decision that I made because I already had hair that was breaking, and so it wasn't such a leap for me because my hair wasn't in the best condition either. But you have some people that have really, really long hair even while they're using the creamy crack. And so for them, the decision to go natural doesn't really make any sense because their hair is perfectly fine in their mind. Um, so I'm not going to talk about why you want to become natural because I think that's something that's really personal. What I do want to tell you about is if you are thinking about being natural, just a couple of things that might help when you start, or if you're newly started, the things that will help you kind of get a jump start. So the first thing to do is highly important is just to seek knowledge. It's important to talk to people that are already natural. And I'm not talking about people that have been natural for a minute. I mean, people that have been natural for a very long time, that have really healthy hair. Talk to them about their regimen, what they use, what they did, why they chose to do it. It's really good to kind of get feedback from people that are close to you because there's someone that you can, just pick up a call and just talk to and knock ideas around. The second thing is find your hair twin. When I first went natural, I found so many videos for styling and doing all these wonderful things to your hair and different hair regimens on YouTube. And YouTube is, I mean, it's so there's so many people doing hair videos. There's one for every person that wants to watch one. So you can find anything you want on YouTube, but is it really for you? The way you'll know is to check to see what kind of hair that person has. I used to get really frustrated. I try all these different hairstyles, but I was following people with like 3A, 3B hair. Okay, rant's coming. First of all, I think that 4Cs and the 4s with lots of curls and a pattern in their hair should be considered type 1 as opposed to straight hair that has no curl, which is now considered type 1. I think 4Cs should actually be type 1s because we have curls and they don't. We have something they don't, as opposed to the opposite. Anyway, rant over. But find someone that has your hair type. Find someone who's a 4B or 4C or maybe has a mixture. Find someone who has low porosity. Find someone who has more kinky hair than curly. Find someone that's your hair type and then follow them. Because when you see things that they do with their hair and the kind of products that they use with their hair, it will probably work for you. Another thing to think about though is whether those people have dense hair or if they have thick, coarse hair versus fine hair. The way you treat your hair and how many parts you have on your head is when you're doing styling is going to be radically different if they have very thin, fine hair and you have really coarse, thick hair. Okay, so just find your hair twin, follow them on YouTube, try to see what they do and get ideas from there. The third thing I would say is that you get an expert. Find someone that does natural hair, that does all types of natural hair. Don't find someone that does a press that fits in a person curl while she's doing relaxes for 90% of her clients. You want someone that does natural hair in its natural state. They know what to do with your kinky curly 4C 4B hair. You know what I mean? Like, you find them and talk to them. When I first went natural, I was doing a lot of DIY at home because I was taking it to a health level for myself just to make sure that everything I was putting in my head and my skin inside my body was healthy. And one of the things I did was just doing a lot of DIYs, trying things at home, but they didn't work for me. Some things just didn't work for me. And so I made an appointment at Natural Hair Resources. They're still my favorite salon in Houston, my favorite salon. And I got a consultation with Tamika, who's the owner. And she is a DIY mixtress herself. Her stuff is now in Sephora. So, I mean, okay, so she knows what she's talking about. But I literally brought my DIY recipes, and I'm like, okay, I tried this and this happened, and in like 2 seconds, like that, she's like, yeah, for your hair, if that's itching right after, no, shea butter probably wouldn't work for you. You need something lighter. And I'm like, yes, I do need a lighter oil. And she said, yeah, you should try. There are different kinds of oils you can use. You can use olive oil, there's grapeseed oil. I'm like, I never heard of grapeseed oil. Tell me more about this. And we had this long conversation about that. I mean, she talks to thousands of people every day. And so this is just as is for her. For me, that stuff stuck with me. I still use grapeseed oil in my scalp till today. Okay? Just because I had that conversation with her. So find an expert. Find someone that knows what they're doing. This is what they do. They've seen all different kinds of hair. They've touched coarse hair, thin hair, dense hair, short hair, long hair. And then find someone that can deal with your length. If it's short, go to someone that, they deal with short hair. If it's long, go to someone that deals with long hair. If you're trying to go from short to long or long to short, talk to them. Get knowledge from them. The reason that they have so much knowledge is because they see different heads of hair every single day. You're an expert in your hair. They're an expert in like all of them. Okay, so get an expert close by or that you can call. And the final thing I would say is that you build a regimen. Find something that works for you and works for the time you have for your hair. Don't be trying something that will take 16 hours to cook your hair because you saw it on YouTube and you think it's just gonna work out. If you have children, a full-time job, you have a life outside of your hair, although your hair can be your life. Don't let it be your life. No. But if that's what you're about, yeah, you can do 16 hours. But I don't have 16 hours to spend on my hair. I don't. I have a lot of responsibilities. And so when I look at a video and someone says, start with stretched hair, I just go to the next one. You know why? I'm styling my hair right after I've deep washed and I've deep conditioned it. So my hair is not stretched. And that stretching it out, if I use a blow dryer, it's going to take about 40 more minutes. If I decide to do twist out, that's a next day issue or 3 days later issue. So when they say start with stretched hair, I don't even follow it because that's not what I'm about. I'm not going to wait till the middle of the week to try video. Some people do, it's just not me. So find a regimen that works. And there's only 3 things you're trying to do with a regimen. Cleansing your scalp, conditioning your hair, and then styling your hair. That's it. Nothing else. There is nothing else you're trying to do. Everything else that you do in between, which is maybe to protect your hair, is to condition your hair. Anything you're trying to do to your scalp is to keep it healthy and cleanse it. That's what your regimen is. Those are the 3 things you need to do. Once you figure out a way to do that and do it in a way that is cost effective and time efficient in regards to time for yourself, you have hit the jackpot, my friend. And I can assure you that if you're not doing the right things for your hair, it will tell you. It will start breaking. It will be brittle. It won't do what it's supposed to do. Now, I made this video because I had a friend at work in Houston that chose to go natural. And after, I think, about 4 months, she didn't know what to do with her hair. Her hair wasn't growing the way she thought it would. It wasn't acting the way you thought it would because it was just so hard to style and so brittle and hard. And so she went back to relaxing her hair. I made sure to make her feel no guilt because you know what? The natural lifestyle is not for everybody. But the fact is, the natural lifestyle is for everybody. Anyone can do it. It's literally the hair on your head. We just make it super complicated because we don't have the knowledge. Once you get the knowledge, you will have a journey that is so much easier and less stressful and hopefully enjoyable if you like experimenting. If you like this video and you think you'll help someone, pass it on. Let people know. Subscribe. The red button. let me know what you think. What else did you do that you thought was helpful when you started on your hair journey? I would love to hear from you guys. I hope everyone has a good one. Love and peace. Talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.